So, tell me about your life.
Like now or before?
Just literally overall, and you can start from wherever
Alright.
you want.
So, when I was like born, my parents weren't married,
Mhm.
and so I ended up going with my mom. And when she got married to someone else, and they became very, very religious. They started going to like trying out different churches and trying to find like, I guess you could say, meaning to life. You know, like just what's the purpose? You know, and they kind of found that in religion, and it made them feel like that was what the meaning of life. You know what I mean? Like that was what they were here for and supposed to do. And so they started trying out different churches, and like I moved 11 times in like the first 10 years of my life. And like we just never stayed in one place, and they ended up becoming like very extremist. And as you probably, as a lot of people here know, I was a branch off the Amish for a while, which was Mennonite. And they were just very extreme. Like the reason we moved so much is they didn't want me to be with my dad because they believed he was a sinner, and like he was going to go to hell, and if I was around him, I'd go to hell too. They would write hate notes to him and hate notes to my grandparents and hate notes to everyone else saying that they were all burning in hell because of this, just because they weren't part of their religion. They since my stepdad had been previously married, he wasn't allowed to live with us. We were in like a little commune area, and he would stay in one house with my stepsister, and my mom and me would live in another place. And I wasn't allowed to talk to anyone except adults, and I could only speak if I had permission to speak. And if they said mute, M-U-T-E, I could not talk until they said unmute. And like I remember that was like just like a normal thing for me. Like whereas you'd say stop that, mute was like when you like discipline kids, that was a common thing for me to be told was mute. And most like social activities I did at like a young age was Bible study with like adults, no kids ever, only men. And so like full-grown men I would have Bible study with, and sometimes after Bible study I'd talk to them about like geology, politics, and stuff like that. I didn't really have a childhood. I wasn't allowed to have like toys because most of them were evil. And I remember my grandma got me like these knights for Christmas one time, and it was like I really liked them because like as you can tell now we have like a very like medieval stuff and like stuff like that. Yeah.
Sorry.
And like they threw them away in the furnace because they had swords. And so like most of what I did with my free time was I just talk to like these people, and like I studied rocks. I read a lot of books. I did schoolwork. I was homeschooled too. I'll let you finish over in a second.
No, it's okay. You can keep going. It's fine.
And as I was like doing that one, that's just how I spent the most of my time. I just studied. There wasn't really anything to do. I bounced between a few different houses in my childhood. I started off in the country, and like I lived on a farm and stuff like that. Except I was allergic to the outside conditions. I have hay fever, so I couldn't go outside. So I lived inside, and if I like went outside for like even an hour, I'd have to be like on like high meds just to be able to breathe. And so yeah, I lived there for a while, and then we lived. That was when I was like with the commune, with the Mennonites, and then we moved away, and we started going to like Portland area. But like we were still a part of the church. We'd just drive all the way out to the church. Like every Sunday, we drive like 2 hours to the church, and then there, I still was homeschooled, and just you know we had like our own little bubble area. We would go outside that, other than the church. Let's see. There was like events that happened like from there to there that like I don't remember. A lot of it is like blocked on purpose, I guess, but like I can't consciously say that I block it. But like there's court cases that my dad did tell me about eventually that like I was abused a lot when I was there. They would lock me into like closets with the lights off for like a couple hours and tell me I was to talk to God about like my problems. But like for little things like if I said something without like while they said mute, they'd put me in a closet for a couple hours and made me think about what I did and talk to God for repentance. And like even to this day, it's kind of hard to like be into religion because of how hard like how extreme people are about it. It's almost like it becomes something more like a straight line, more as like whereas like, people forget the moral and become very like on, you know what I mean, more literal. And so I mean like that's kind of affected me to today, but like I'm still very like I guess I can get more into that later, but like it's more of like I believe in God, but like that's always affected me in like the sense of religion, like whether I want to follow a certain religion or same with like other beliefs, like do I want to believe what I'm being told? And yeah, so we did that for a while. There was at one point we had like we did a lot of protesting. Like when I see like the type of people that like we were associated with, I hate them now. Like when I see on TV, like you know the Baptist church that goes and like has all those hate signs and stuff like that, and they protest just people like at funerals and stuff. That's the kind of people that they would like go protest with sometimes. And like we would protest abortion clinics, and like other and, like Muslim synagogues and like, other stuff like that. And like I don't know, yeah, that's just I would do that a lot as a young child, and like I would see the pictures of like the abortion. I'd see the pictures of like the Holocaust. I'd see the pictures of all that type of stuff, and like I don't know, it became natural. And it seemed like whereas like a normal kid would see that now and be like disgusted, that just became like something. No, I saw that when I was 5. So I mean like it wasn't really a big deal. Um, no. So like about I'm trying to remember what year this was. I can't even like pinpoint on how old I was, but I'd say towards the middle of my life as of now. I was we lived in this one place in Portland and we had like it was like a bed and breakfast type of thing I think, but like it was preacher or like not preachers but like people that go out in like Portland area and like preach, you know, but they're not actual preachers, they just preach to people at other places. They like stayed there at the house and stuff. And, like I remember a couple like a scumbag guy who like stayed there for a while, and there was like some drama between him and some family. I'm not gonna get too much into that because that was personal. Police got involved and stuff. It was pretty bad. Another person could have set our house on fire because they my parents tried to help him get off drugs, and then he got back on it and went crazy. So then we moved from that house after that. Went to this new house and I really liked it there. And we stopped. This is when we stopped becoming like Mennonite. We started going to we were Anglican. It's a branch off Catholic. And we started going to that church, which was also really far out. I really liked it there. It felt like more laid back, and I had more involvement. But I was still homeschooled, and I didn't like talk to anyone or anything still. And there was like it was like we had grass area, but it was still like city. Like half of it was like pavement, like you know, regular house. Then we had some grass area, like apple trees and stuff. So I mean, I liked the house a lot. We did a lot. I just did a lot of farming there, and farm animals. And I just like I remember like sitting up in this apple tree. Actually, Mr. Essler's class like brought back this memory because I had forgotten it for a really long time. But during our free write one time, I like went back to this. I remember sitting up in this like apple tree, and there was a giant metal gate, and you could see from like there's 2 properties that used to be connected, but they just put a giant metal gate in between them. It was like chain link fence, so you could still see. I remember there's like a bunch of skateboarder kids that would always go over there and skateboard. I'd be up in the apple tree just like watch them every day. I really just wish I could go over there and like try it. But I wasn't like allowed to talk to them and anything. I had to sit up there and I'd like read Tom Sawyer books up in the apple tree just watch them. eventually, we did go to public school. They allowed me to go to public school. And like, I think it was like third day I went to the public school. The skateboarder kids invited me over. And I was really, really happy, and I went over there. And basically, the only reason they invited me over there was to make fun of me. They were just basically, when I was little, they laughed. Be like, he's weird, he's different. Blah, blah, blah. I just acted like I didn't know what they were doing because I just wanted a friend. I just liked having someone to talk to and be around. And so I mean, I just kept going over there after school, you know, just acting like they're my buddies. And eventually, we actually became best friends. I mean, they were my best friends. And then I started making a little more friends at school. It was kind of hard to adjust, but like, I just wanted to be around people so bad that like socially, I adjusted really fast, and like I changed myself to be social, and I like gave up the intellectual part of me. I remember back when I was like really young in school, I like studied things like Latin. I was studying 7th grade Latin when I was in like 5th grade, and like I was doing all sorts of stuff like that. And then by the time I got into like middle school, I went back to maybe like, I mean, I'm still like advanced classes, but not nearly as far as I used to be. But I feel like it's worth it because I like adjusted. Instead of just being really smart, there's, you know how there's the 3 circles. There's social, athletics, intellectual. I have more of a balance now than I did before.
Yeah, you kind of like you got
A little bit of
part
both. Yeah, a little bit of both. And like that's what I did. Is when I went to public school, I just adjusted. I wasn't good at sports back then. I was the worst. And like I don't know, it was different. Like I don't want to sound like racist, but like the amount of like other ethnic groups that are around like here, like you know, there's not one. That's kind of how I was there. Like it was a hood area of Portland, so I was like kind of like I stood out more. But like I just adapted to it, kind of made friends. And I remember like as soon as like I started to like it there, and like I started to have friends, we moved. And then right after that, my stepdad and mom got a divorce. They had been fighting for like the entire marriage, and they had just recently stopped when my stepsister moved out. And then she came back after Police Academy or something. No, it was like cadets or something. But anyways, it was just like, you know, just like having her around just like stressed them out, I guess. Like I don't know what it was, but something, probably just a teenager had stress in the whole thing. But they started fighting again, and they got a divorce. And then my mom and I moved down to Medford to live with my grandma. Well, not to live with my grandma, but to live down like with my grandma, you know, around all the family, where everyone is. And she kind of said like sorry for, you know, the hate letters and all that mean stuff over the years. And they kind of made amends. And then she just started like, I don't know, making bad choices. She started smoking again. Started hanging out with like bad, like old high school friends that made bad choices. She was like roommating with one of them, and then she had a stroke. And I guess I can go more into detail on that. So like on that day, we were going to school just like every other day, and I was getting my stuff ready, and she was kind of like dizzy when she was walking down the stairs. She started walking down, and she was kind of like felt, you know, nauseous a little bit. And I was like, "Are you okay?" She said she was fine, so we kept on going. And like right as she went to get in the car, she just dropped, and her head just hit the steering wheel, and it just went off like the car alarm. my stepdad was I think EMT for the fire department, so he had taught me some of these things, and like when I studied a bunch, I was interested in the medical field. So I called them. I knew she was having a stroke, so I called the hospital and I told them what was going on and everything. And I had to like carry her back into the house. I set her down and I called her roommate, told them what happened. When they got there, and I just sat there for a few hours waiting to find out what happened at the hospital. I found out that it was a stroke and she was okay. And then a while after I found out that the reason she had a stroke was because of a baby. She was pregnant and that caused blood clots in the brain. Significant pregnancy. And the dad later found out that he was just a scumbag. He had sex crimes against him from like children. He was a pedophile. So he wasn't even supposed to leave his state. And he came to Missouri. I didn't even know him. So I've never seen him. I think I met him once, but I don't even remember it. So he kind of was out of the picture. My mom went into recovery. She's been in recovery since I moved here. I moved here in the 7th grade. She's somewhat better, but I don't think she's going to fully ever recover. Her speech is a little bit better, but she still has trouble saying things like sentences. She lives with my grandma. I hated school down there. I didn't get along with anyone. They were all rednecks. I didn't fit in. I would get in fights like every single day. I didn't even have like the courage to talk to anyone either. Like I remember this like my first like because this was like I never talked to any kids before a year before this. So like I never even talked to a girl my age before. So I remember like this girl I really like had a crush on. I like joined choir just to be around her, but I never actually like an entire year. I never even got the courage to say hi. And like I just remember like that. Like I'd see someone I'd be like, this person's really really cool, but they never liked me. But yeah, I remember going in there for a while and like they set me up for like counseling with the school counselor. They treated me like I was mentally challenged, like I was inferior to everyone else. Like I needed their sympathy to move on. I acted like I was weaker than everyone. Made me angry. I told them to F off. So I just never like counseling or anything like that. I felt like when other people like tried to be sympathetic, I felt like it was fake. And like I didn't deserve sympathy. And so I kind of was like not a loner, but I dealt with my problems alone, and I still do today. Anyways, after that, I started getting contact that my dad wanted me to come live with him, and he was offering, for me to come up there. I remember I would go up there maybe once a month to visit him before this. I don't remember it. They would tell me that he was a terrible person and all this, and he didn't want me. He was a bad person, etc., etc. They brainwashed me. They hate him. But like, I just was like, I want to give him a shot. And I think like subconsciously, I was like, oh, I know he's friendly. I've been with him, but I just wasn't with him enough, and I was so young. I don't like remember it. But like, I wanted to give him a shot, so I moved up here for the first time. And I mean, we're like each other in every single way. The way we talk, the way we dress, the way we act. And I've never had a closer bond to anyone. But it's really weird because, I haven't been with him as long as, I've known other people. So like, I don't get how he could like influence me this much, but like, we're still exactly like, So it just shows like how much connection there was even when we weren't together for most of my life. But yeah, I moved up here. first year went by, I kind of didn't talk to a lot of people. A lot of people didn't know I existed. I was still pretty shy. I don't know. Do you remember that?
I remember you.
Probably thought I was like a creeper, some weird kid.
Well, yeah, I just didn't really know you, and I was really shy, so
Yeah,
I didn't
exactly.
have the guts to like
But,
try
yeah.
and talk to you.
Yeah, a lot of people probably kind of like that.
Oh, I just want to do it. Okay, I think I gotta turn it on. Yep.
Or actually, wrap it up.
No, it's okay, just
Or
keep
that
going.
one.
Yeah, it's just we have to have both views, but we'll just see what
Alright.
happens. It's recording, so.
Alright. So anyways, yeah, my first year here was kind of, I don't know, I liked it better because I had like sports opportunities and, you know, other things like that. I like the weather here, I just liked it here. It just felt like more peaceful. I liked it a lot better than Medford at least. So I stayed here. 8th grade year was a lot better. I mean, I started making friends more. Just kind of felt more natural. I got a little better at football. I mean, sports were better, people were better. I didn't even play sports until like I came to food with my dad. I remember like no one in my family thought I'd finish football. Like they all thought I was gonna be a wuss. Like I was gonna quit. I couldn't do it, and that was like the only reason I actually stayed with football. And now it happens that I love it. It's like my passion. But like when I first started, the only reason I did it was because no one thought I could.
Which part of your mom?
I did that, and then I mean I don't know. I just like being around people and like being social, like being involved in things, and so I started getting involved in, you know, I'm in ASB, play sports, different stuff like that. Got involved in journalism. I just like to be in things because I didn't have the opportunity before it, you know. And pretty much just run it down now, you know.
Okay, so like, I'll just ask you some questions, but I think I have most, like.
And if you want to like
yeah.
know any more details about one of the things I brought up, I can give you that too.
Okay.
I just kind of tried to make it short.
Oh, well, I guess you kind of answered this, but you can go into more detail. Like, do you think, like, because I know you've changed, do you think you've changed in a good way or a bad way?
I think both. I'm better at like relating with people socially, and I'm a tiny bit more like sympathetic. But like over my life, I'm not. I don't know. One thing that's really changed for the positive is now that I do sports and I run, it takes out my anger. Like I probably don't seem like if I have a lot of anger.
No, I actually see it in your face. I don't know if
Like,
that's like weird, but.
like, I remember, I think it was when I lived in Medford, I hit a kid with a folding chair.
You what?
I hit a kid with a folding chair. This is one of the events I remember. Like that. But like, I used to get like, I mean, I can get very angry, but like, now when I get angry, I go into boxing or I go for a run or like, I just do something to take the stress away. And like, it's almost like I found a healthy way to live. And that was like a passion of mine. Like, that's what I want to do when I get older. I want to work in gyms. I want to get into physical therapy. It's probably not really relevant, but like, you know what I mean? Like something that like that started out like an outlet became like my passion. But like that, it just was a way to like get rid of my anger, more healthy. And a lot of my anger, like I can't pinpoint why, but like as the story, you can probably, as like what all I've told you, you can probably like see why. I don't like to feel bad about myself, so like I'll be angry without like admitting why. But at the same time, I feel like I've changed in bad ways too. Like,
Sorry, good morning.
I'm thinking of like how to say it. I don't know. I feel like I've changed a lot. Sometimes, not for the better. Sometimes I wonder, like, whenever anyone gives me like a compliment or like says anything nice to me, it's always like, "Oh, you're really funny." So, and like that is, I mean, it's not a nice thing to hear. But when that's all you hear, you kind of think, I used to also be really smart. I used to be all this stuff. still not a part of me, or did I just let those go?
Mhm.
And so I mean, like, it's kind of just like in the back of your head. But like, I don't know, I let things by really easily. Like, I don't take offense to very much.
Mhm.
And so it's not like a big deal. It's just kind of like there. Like, I wonder how much like I've let go over the years, and like how much I've changed, like how much I've lost, just to become social, just to become friendly, or just to, get better at sports or anything like that.
Um, is there like, I guess this is kind of, I don't know, I don't know how to say it, like make it more interesting. Is there like any specific memory that you remember that you want to talk about? It could be like your earliest memory you ever remember, or even recent.
I remember that. I can't remember whether I was trying to kill myself or whether it was an accident, but I do remember there was some. How I told you about that apple tree.
Mhm.
I remember there was one day I was hanging out of it, and my neighbor came and lifted me up and like took the rope off me. But it was like up to my neck. It was either up to my neck or like around my arm and neck. It was something like that. I remember I jumped out of the apple tree with a rope tied around me. I don't remember whether I was trying to kill myself or whether it was just like an accident. I just remember hanging there and like almost suffocating. I remember all the dirty looks. My family was like the outcast of the like Mennonite community anyways. So like not only did we look down on everyone else, but like everyone looked down on us. I just hated it. Like the environment was so hateful. Like not just the dirty looks that we got, but like the dirty looks we gave other people.
Mhm.
Everyone like thought they were better than each other, and it was just terrible. There was no way. There was no way to live. It's funny. I lived with my mom for most of my life, but most of my memories are from like when I lived with my dad when I was young.
Okay, now it's one more.
Should we just call it good?
Nope. He said though, just in case we will. Let me see this one. We're gonna have to have another interview anyways, like for
Okay.
extra detail, but I know I'm not gonna work. But I don't know what because the battery says it's fine right now, but I don't know. Maybe it is off.
Want me to try?
Hmm?
Want me to try?
If you want, I don't get what's going on. You come help me. I don't know. It keeps turning off. I'm not really a technical because I love some all he said was to flip that, flip this, and then press the little home button, but it's just weird.
It's working in other ways. Well,
Is this loading?
yeah.
He said I can go and talk to him if I want, so I'll just really quickly go see him.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
be back. Oh yeah, just watch these two.
Okay. I'll wait for you.
Oh, I'll knock.